So we're gonna go hardcore. I'm gonna pick a paladin. I'm gonna call him Out of Time Man, and we're ready to go. So what are the rules of the challenge? We're gonna go hardcore, player 6. No town services, no quest rewards, no respec, no mercenaries. This is all the usual Iron Man stuff. Now here, 2 more things. We're gonna go a random build using Zarfen's program. I'm gonna put a link. And we cannot repair through the cube if we ever get to that point. But we cannot farm. So basically we cannot rerun something we've already farmed. So the first point into might. And yeah, we're going player 6 because then
I can tell that you need more experience to fight safely in the next wilderness.
Oops.
Yeah, we completely disregard the Den of Evil quest because, well, there are no rewards, so we kill Bishibosh. And yeah, I'm not going players 8 because that becomes a slog very quickly. Player 6 becomes a slog much later, so that's fine. And luckily we got another point into might. So, but truly I'm hoping for Holy Fire as soon as we get to level 6. Yeah. Now we got Prayer, which is kinda useful here in this run because, well, you will see potions become a problem. But yeah, we're just skipping through here. We're in the cold plains. And for some reason,
This holy place has been desecrated.
I thought, let's try to check Blood Riven. She may have some nice loot, but I instantly regret this decision, as you will see. Oh, another thing, I've never noticed the hair on the zombies. I thought they had like helmets or it was just their head. And look at that, that's our average chance to hit Blood Riven.
Oops.
So yeah, we retreat and out of spite we kill some more enemies. But yeah, and we also get a new level out of this, so that wasn't really a complete waste of time. We'll resist fire, which is not bad, but I would have preferred another point into maybe sacrifice or smite, but okay. Rare boots, I think the first rare item of the game, and yeah, it's obviously an upgrade, not even looking at the stat there. Well, stats were fine. Ethereal Javelin, well, I'm gonna have fun with this. Look at the damage. Yeah, usually javelins are pretty strong early game. Especially against Rakanishu, so... Of course I miss most of them. Then I decided just whack them with the sword. So, new level, and luckily we get a point into might. So, our damage is still acceptable here. But still, we're on level 6, so the spread is gonna be higher now. And...
Maybe Akara could dispel the mystery of these stones.
I wonder if we go into Tristram. Again, remember, no quest rewards. And imagine... I called this character Out of Time Man because, oh, and we got a scepter, but we do not have any ID scrolls. Out of Time Man because, well, he's heading east to get the primevals. There's no time to save Deck Arcane or kill Blood Riven or anything. So there is time to farm ID scrolls, so those are important. And our weapon is about to break, and I do not have a replacement, so I just grab a cracked javelin. There you go, an ID scroll. And I think it's time to identify the scepter, yeah. I change my mind and I keep the cracked javelin. Look at that! +2 to Holy Fire and +2 to Might. Now, isn't that a drop? Now we got a point into Thorns, which... I think I used it quite a lot later on, but I mean it's gonna drop off because we don't have many points into vitality. And remember, this is a hardcore character, so we have to be quite careful. Yeah, here I'm just examining. So F2 on thorns, not bad.
Overburdened.
I decided to pick up
I can't.
a crude large axe for some reason, I don't know why. Actually, why did I show that clip? I do not remember. Maybe we used it here a lot? Oh yeah, I remember now, yeah. It's gonna be a little surprise later. So yeah, here we start using thorns for those little rascals. We also get a Taj. And look at the thorns. Yes, we do get damaged a lot, but thorns is really helping here. I don't know if it's the right call, but at this moment in time it's not really important what skill you're using. Even on player 6 you can just slog through it. And look at this. Yes, there is the archer. Also get a rare spiked club.
I am overburdened.
Coming with its own identify scroll, so yeah, there's someone bothering me there. New level and another point into might. Actually, don't know if I was using might at this point later on because I was stuck to Holy Fire. We've been carrying that rare dagger for a long time. It's time to make some space. And look at this, repairs 1 durability. Because, I mean, of course, we cannot go back into town and we cannot repair items, so we're gonna need those items that last for a long period of time. And this is the big drop. 3 sockets large axe. Wow. Count me in. Now, I was thinking here, what do I put in there? I've only got emeralds. Well, fuck it. This is twofold, the reason for this. Well, we make space for the inventory, and we just socket something. Now, you might be wondering, why did I throw that potion? I actually come back and pick it up, I think, because we're gonna use it later on, when things get desperate. And this was a hard fight. This was a hard fight, yeah. Misshapen. Did a lot of damage. Our resists are garbage. Luckily he's only got extra fast, so not a big problem. We are rewarded with many healing potions. I think the ones that we wasted. So why did I get into the whole level 2, like the underground passage level 2? Well, I thought I was gonna be rewarded with some nice loot, and we actually did, because look at the ID scrolls we found. I think this was worthwhile. Attacker takes damage of 1. The Thorns build is becoming more and more a reality. Got another ID scroll. I don't know if I use it. Well, yes, I use it immediately. So, new level, and sadly we got resist cold, which, I mean, it's gonna be useful eventually, but yeah, we'll see. Maybe we get like 7 points into Holy Freeze sooner or later. We squander another ID scroll. I think resist, only 4. I mean, here the quality of life is more important than the charms, because you want to have a good... You want to have some inventory space, like... Yes, it's nice to have a moment of respite after fights, like playing some Tetris in the inventory, checking stuff. Oh, and there you go. And yes, we got a point into Holy Fire finally. And Holy Fire is a big upgrade. Now the problem is, that scepter, I don't want to use it, so we're keeping it in the inventory. In the inventory. Yeah, I'm just checking here the stats. But yeah, we look quite cool. Yeah, you can see the scepter there. I want to use it on Underil, so I don't want to waste durability. Look, these fucking archers, man. Besides, stone skin, so it's even more of a slog than usual. Here I waste quite some potions. Yeah, finally we get rid of him. Nothing of worth, and I wanted to check thorns against the bodyguards here, the big boys. Yeah, usually this unique monster, super unique monster is quite hard. Not as hard as Rakanishu, like if you, it depends on the build. I'm not an expert on the game, by the way, like I just play for fun. I used to play online and we get 2 rare items, useless, but... Oh, and yeah, here I put a point into vitality by mistake, so instead of 2 points into energy. But okay, it wasn't cheating, so it's just 1 point. We got a point into sacrifice too. Yeah, but as I was saying... Oh, and we get into the Black Marsh. Let's see how we fare against the Countess. Never mind, we are into the next area already. Yeah, we skipped a lot of content here. And yeah, here the damage spikes up. Look at these guys. We didn't deal enough damage here. So, yeah, using a rejuvenation potion there. Man. Yeah, I think it's the second or third time I'm playing the game in English, so forgive me for any pronunciation or mispronunciation of items and so on. We got a point into Holy Bolt, which, yeah. And again, look, since we really liked that fight, we have another one. Man, this was hard, but here the problem really begins because our belt is getting thinner and thinner. We got an ethereal axe, but nah. I really like the poison, so... Besides, only 16. It's the same durability as the other one, so no. Oh, they gave us the wrong direction. This is not the entrance. But yeah, this was the hardest part of the run, I think. We'll have no potions. Look, I'm checking my inventory for something, but... And we don't have we're not very lucky because there are some bosses here. Yes, we could go forward, but what's the point? We're gonna have more and more enemies showing up. So, and yeah, this is not nice. We got a point into blessed aim, but we have to figure out a way to get forward. We've only got like 1 rejuve potion. And yeah, it's time to start using prayer, it seems like. But yeah, again, I'm not an expert on the game. I used to play online, but I always play in hardcore. I don't see the point in playing a softcore character, unless like you're learning the game. You're playing the first times. And yes, one could consider it a waste of time. Oh, I don't want to waste time if I die on level 60, level 70, but... Yeah, I try to apologize there to the Yeti, I say, forgive me. But yeah, trying to lure them one by one. This is very hard. Look at the life there. And then, the realization, this dude is lightning enchanted. There's no way we're gonna be able to do anything here, so it's time to... We have to scavenge our way through here before getting into the barracks. Luckily I get the waypoint because... I mean, we cannot save and exit, but... I did save and exit at some point just because I had to leave. But I've never repeated any zones of the game. This was really intense, by the way, that part with the Yeti. So we're trying to scavenge it. Come on, drop some potions, but no, only mana potions, which is still fine because we're using prayer. Some Yetis, so I say no thanks. Let's see the last part here. But yes, we do find a potion, another potion. But yeah, that's it, 2 potions. And here, the Infernal Barracks. This was the most fun I've had playing Diablo in a long ass time. This was so fun and also extremely intense. Here you can see by the time that I did save and exit, and I just used the waypoint and got straight into here. But yeah, we do not have many potions. We got like mana potion, healing potion, and a rejuve potion, and this is very hard. There's a boss there, a Death Clan boss, super unique. I don't wanna go forward, but then I see it on the minimap, a well. So maybe there is still hope. We have to get close to the well. Click the well! Oh, okay. Kill the shamans, of course. Yeah, this was extremely hard. Finally, we get rid of them one by one. And I know there are some archers here, so I'm just thinking what to do. I say, fuck it. And you will see I'm not using the big axe because we need the shield here. We need the defense, we need the block chance. Got some potions and we get a rare large axe. So we'll see what that is. And here, another super unique monster. And here I just juking around these barrels. Ah, big hit there. Luckily the well replenished. And we're able to get our well-earned potions, but yet there's still another boss. Here I mess up the door. I wanted to beat them one by one, but we do get a level up. And now we do have some more potions, so we get a point into cleansing, which is fine because cleansing gets life healing from prayer. So I guess it's fine. And finally we're able to deal with this boss, Gloompox. It was not easy, but we did it. More potions. And yeah, I guess we're ready to go. Wisely using the well instead of a potion there. And here I have to start making some room. Do I chuck that away? I'm not sure, maybe... Yeah, look, here is where I think... Yeah, the damage is more or less the same. I think I'm gonna use the other one. And I think I do that later. But yeah, the barracks and the jails were extremely hard. And I really like this kind of challenge where... I don't mean the random build. I mean, yes, the random build is also fun. But the not going back to town, because it completely changes the game. Like, as you can see here, I'm not an expert in the game, but I know how to left click and right click. Well, not even right click with the paladin, but... Now, you might be wondering why we're not using sacrifice. Well, we really need all the health we can, and sacrifice deals, what is it, 8% I think? 9? But yeah, finally here we find some champions, and these dudes, as you know, they draw potions, 2 potions and usually gold, but also items. And I just say, fuck it, we have enough potions, let's get in there and kill them. This is what we need, not stronger enemies. Yeah, we're getting back into the swing of things. I dropped that because we're not really using it now, and we need we're using the shield at this point. We do have a scroll of ID there. I don't know if we used it right there or what. Here I try to use the javelin. It does some damage, but not really enough. So I said, fuck it, let's use the sword and shield. Well, mace and shield. There you go. Level up. Nice. And we are on level 15. We got another point into prayer, which is quite handy. Unfortunately, we're getting quite a lot of points into energy, which we don't really need. But yeah, the jails, and the jails was more or less the same as the barracks, but slightly easier. Finally, we do get a scroll of ID, another one, because I think I squandered the previous one. And we can save our septa for later time. These fucking mages, well, you can see the damage there, and this was extremely hard. I had to think a lot. Multiple shots again. We did use our rejuvenation potion, unfortunately. But we're rewarded with a scroll of ID. Here, still using the javelin, but nah, doesn't deal enough damage. We're still in level 1, and wow, look at that. We're getting absolutely wrecked here. And wherever I went, I always found more enemies and more bosses, more super unique. Well, not super unique, unique monsters. Super uniques are those that always have the same names and are always in the same spot. I think so. Some bonachos there, and we find a scepter here. Oh, I wonder what that is. +2 to prayer. Wow. And this here, my... Of course, we have to keep this, and we're gonna keep it in the offhand. Yeah, fuck the javelin, man. And yes, finally we have a way to recover some life without wasting too many potions. We get into level 2. We're still in level 2. Not exactly... Oh yeah, level 16 and we get resist cold. Not great. Actually, pretty fucking useless at this point. Here I'm thinking, let's use the javelin against these champions. I mean, we do have it, so we avoid some damage by standing still. And here I was trying to use Holy Bolt because he's undead, so I couldn't find him. There you go. But yeah, it's absolutely not worth it. I mean, if they are in a line, because they changed it and it passes through enemies now. I don't know when they changed it, maybe with the remastered version. But anyway, J level 3, I'm pretty sure we are pretty excited now, but yeah, fuck it, let's go straight into the inner cloister. Cloister? I think cloister. That rogue, what do you have for me? A scroll of ID. Oh, by the way, when did they remove the enemy here, the quill rat? I remember reading, I think it was in one point before Lord of Destruction, but I remember when I was a kid playing the game, and yeah, that was a nice enemy. Spike Flame, or Flame Spike, I don't remember, I forgot to check. But yeah, here I decided to just clean house, and
I can't carry anymore.
Because I need all the drops possible against Andariel, so... And here we also try to use the potions. And these minions, man, they grab a lot of damage. And here we start to use Sacrifice, because we did find the Prayer Scepter, but as you can see, the life is really draining. Luckily we avoid Bonash there. We lure them outside the cathedral, and finally we get Bonash. What do you have for us? Well, nothing, as you would expect. Yeah, inventory is looking quite busy. I don't know why we have that mace there, but finally we get into the catacombs.
There is great evil here.
There is indeed. This was a little bit easier because now we are prepared. And look at that expert potion action. Not exactly great, but I wanted to use those potions because I didn't feel like throwing them away. Man, these dudes, deal a lot of damage if you don't have the resists. Moonburn the Unclean. But yeah, we went through the catacombs, opening everything we can find. Yeah, we don't have enough points into vitality for a hardcore character. We do get another point into sacrifice. We find a falchion here. 2 sockets. That's interesting. I mean, we could use it. The damage is nice. It's a slow attack speed. I mean, normal, but slower than our weapon. Not sure if I want to identify the jewel first or just slap some gems in there, so I decide to wait. Here's some ghouls, but I think they have high poison resist, so yeah. Still, it's always worth killing these dudes for the potions, especially if you don't get damaged a lot. Here, the last dudes get some hit in, and we do find a chainmail, which is here. I decide I need some space, so yeah, fuck it. Let's get some cold damage in there. And yeah, I need some space, so boom, chainmail, and unfortunately we do not have an ID scroll. Here trying the I don't know why I kept this in. Oh, maybe that was interesting. But anyway, finally we got I edited this a few days ago, and I played around a week ago, I think. But yeah, finally we got a skill mail for the ID scroll. And here we find some afflicted, and oh fuck this, I cannot be bothered to do this. I'm gonna waste just resources, and at this point these dudes don't really give us the experience we need, so we might be quite over leveled for this area. I actually don't know the numbers, but again, remember this, we're still playing on player 6. So inventory check, and here we have to clean and we have to be very, very precise and methodical. Fortunately, we get cornered here, and here I was pretty scared. I was very scared, and here again, look at that. We wasted a lot of potions, but luckily we had enough drops here. Yeah, it's time to use the scepter now with holy fire. There's also an F rune there. So shaman, there's one last hurdle we have to overcome, which is the other shaman up there, because he keeps resurrecting stuff as soon as you trigger it. Him, I guess. Yeah, there you go. So we have to kill him and then run back.
I am overburdened.
I'm trying to pick the potion. And there you go. I think we also drank an antidote there. But yeah, and there likely wasn't very, very hard. Sacrifice boosted our damage quite nicely. That's it, nice. We do get a rare crystal sword here.
Follow me. My work here.
I don't know why I said follow me there, I don't remember. Float diamond, a skull. The skull might be useful for life steal, maybe. But yeah, so we're grabbing an ID Tome, and there are 3. Of course, I cannot buy ID scrolls.
Good day.
And we're not getting into actual today. But yeah, we identify a Targe, and I'm gonna check it next time I play, because I want to rest after those fights. That was really intense. And look at this, repairs 1 durability, 4% life stolen per hit. This is extremely, extremely nice. This was what we needed. Here I'm just checking the damage. Yeah, so we're gonna test this against the desert foes. Yeah, the problem is that the scepter does give us +2 to holy fire, but this gives us life stolen per hit, so yeah, we'll see. Now, so what's the the objective for next time? Well, rush the cube, stack up on ID scrolls, and hopefully don't get too many random skills in our builds. We also get a ring mail there, look at that. Socketed? Or ethereal? No, socketed, yes. I think I'm gonna keep this. The crystal sword seems to be quite nice. So yeah, we keep the ring mail, and well, we'll get into Act 2 proper next time, and we'll see if we fail or we will prevail.